So I'm noticing this is a cord cutting spell, and I'm noticing that the orange candle seems to be dripping a lot of wax down the side over the cord, almost as if it's trying to hold the cord in place. Now both flames, the orange candle is, I think, burning down a little bit quicker, and now the flame is shooting up higher. I haven't seen as much wax drippage on the side from the red candle, but we are getting close to the point where the candles are going to start burning the cord, so we'll just see how it goes. All right, and now I'm starting to see wax drip on the orange candle, on the part of it that is facing towards the red candle. So each of these candles, of course, represents one of the people involved. One of them is me and one is the other person. I'm not going to say which is which. But it looks like the orange candle, because it's dripping wax towards the other person, I almost feel like the orange candle is more open about expressing emotions towards the red candle. So I think the orange candle is not really trying to hide their emotions about this need to sort of cut cords, or like what this has meant to the orange candle. I just don't see a lot of wax drippage at all from the red candle, and what is there is certainly not facing the orange candle, and it's not even really trying to hold on to the cord quite as much as what we saw here with the orange candle. So I'm not sure what that is, although it does look like the orange candle is probably closer to getting to the point of beginning to burn the cord. And so we'll just wait and see what happens next. All right, so just saw some more wax fall on the back side of the orange candle, and the orange candle's flame is significantly taller right now as it is getting closer and closer to starting to burn the cord. It feels like an emotional purging or an emotional release for the orange candle person. Oh yeah. Okay, I think the cord is about to start burning. Okay, so actually now the red candle started burning the cord first. It started burning it, but it has not released. Now the cord is just stuck to the side of the red candle. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I was kind of surprised with this, but it seems like there is, I think, between these two people, a mutual desire. It seems like an equally mutual desire, I think, to release this attachment. All right, at this point you can see there's a little glob of wax from the orange candle that it's thrown off completely. It's just thrown it way out there. I do feel there's just so much expressiveness from the orange candle person. There is more wax drippage here on the red candle as well, but it's mostly in a way that's not visible to the orange candle person. Okay, I'm turning the light back on so you can see this better. Like, you see where the wick has kind of burned down to ash on the orange candle, and the ash from the wick of the candle is touching the cord. Okay, there it goes. It's starting to melt the cord. Okay, that was interesting. The orange candle was sort of melting the cord on its end, and somehow ended up causing, I guess the weight of that on the orange candle end caused it to finally fall off on the red candle end, because the red candle had already cut the cord. It was still just hanging on to the red candle. But there's still a lot being held on here between these two candles, because there's still a knot connected hanging in the air between the two. Turn off my camera for a second, and now we see that the piece of wick that was on that orange candle has fallen off, and it is burning itself. There's a lot, just so much being displayed by the orange candle. The orange candle is not trying to hide anything. Now the orange candle is beginning to burn the cord. Okay, there we go. Hope my fire alarm doesn't go off from this cord smoke. Wow. Orange candle sending the message loud and clear. This is so interesting. Okay. I feel like this is the point at which we're starting to see a lot of like stronger emotions from the red candle person as that cord is being burned away. It's more difficult for the red candle person not to be showing their own emotions. But there is still a cord here running from the orange candle over. It's not quite touching the red candle's wax, but it's very close to it. So there is sort of still a little bit of a cord remaining here. But we'll see what happens. Maybe when they burn down more, that could even get burnt away. Yeah, there is a lot of wax dripping now from the red candle. And it is in the direction of the orange candle. It feels like the red candle person is maybe opening up with their emotions, or they just are not going to be able to hide their feelings anymore about how they feel about this process. Nope, and now the cord's being burned completely. Again, coming from it almost looks like a fuse that's been lit. Wow, and that orange candle is just releasing. The orange candle is just letting go. Orange candle is just like, okay. Okay, sorry about the fire alarm going out. I'll try to, well, I don't know if I want to edit that before I post this, because I think I just want to make it easy on myself, but hopefully it's not too loud. Now I've got the window open, which has its own kind of noise. But yeah, you can see like the orange candle has almost completely burned. It's down to a puddle, so at some point the flame is going to go out. The cord seems to be cut, you know, like the red candle is still holding on to the cord more. So I do feel like in the end, the orange person was more capable of really letting go and purging this connection more through being able to be open about their emotions in the process. There's just a much more self-contained energy from the red candle person. But as that candle continues to burn, you know, it could end up burning the rest of that cord from its end as well. So we'll just see what happens. Okay, we have this final release from the red candle. Again, most of it's being released away from the orange candle. It does feel to me like this person is red candle person is very self-contained in their emotions. They have a lot of emotions, but they do not want to show them. I feel like the orange candle really wants the rest of that cord to be burnt. That flame is just trying to reach for that cord and burn the rest of it. But it's probably going to have to come from the red candle person's end. And finally, they're showing a little bit more of their feelings towards the orange person in a way that's more visible. That final little release of red wax in the direction of the orange candle. Red candle is trying to burn this cord. It's just not lighting yet. I'm not sure if you can see it underneath the flame from the orange candle, but there's a little pool of smoke that comes up every now and then. Right there it is, a gray smoke. You can kind of, I think the camera's kind of picking it up. I'm not really sure what to make of that, but I don't see smoke coming from the red candle side. I assume it's smoke that's coming from this orange candle as it continues to burn its remaining wick. Yeah, the cord is not being burned yet from the red candle side, the remaining cord. Okay, I left the room for a moment with the camera going, and it looks like the red candle has burned maybe the cord a little bit more from their end. And there's just a little bit more cord remaining between the two, but it's not touching either end. So I think that's a good sign. I do feel like this spell has been successful in cutting the cords between myself and this other person. So, I mean, it's difficult, I think, to like completely demolish the cord, right? But who knows? I mean, maybe by the time they're both completely burned out, that will be the case. So we'll see. I'm going to pause recording again. Now it looks like both candles really just want to burn that remaining cord. Okay, so as I was trying to attend to the fire alarm, it looks like the red candle has completely burned out now. I just looked at the time, and it looks like the red candle burned out probably like right at midnight, because it was 12:01 when I got back here and started recording again. So I feel like that's a good sign as well. It looks like the orange candle is probably about ready to be done burning also. So there's just this tiny little bit of cord between. But I feel like this was overall a really successful cord cutting. This is how I feel. midnight, by the way. I don't know if I said midnight or not. So my neighbors are hating me because of the, probably for the fire alarm going off, but it is what it is, you know. These things happen. I feel like the orange, it seemed like there was a mutual desire on both ends to kind of like bring this to a conclusion. The orange candle was obviously much more capable of actually cutting the cords, even though the desire, I think, was mutual. Okay, now the orange flame, I believe, is out. No, there's just a glimmer of a flame, but it's going out. There we go. There's the final smoke from the orange candle. I feel like, you know, it has to mean something that the red candle went out completely or burned out completely before the orange candle. Not long before, but that still happened. And it happened as the fire alarm was going off. But I mean, I think that it could be that actually the red candle's feelings burn out before the orange candle's feelings completely burn out. I think you can have a cord that's cut between two people and still have feelings between the two of them, but there's not that like toxicity of the attachment remaining. But yeah, this looks like to me like a successful result.